This is the next installment of Angry Karens, and it's a great one, guys. Hit that like button and let's get into it. First clip up today is extremely satisfying. We've got an angry Kevin that's losing his mind at a young employee due to her giving him a bank note that he deems not satisfactory enough. Now, this obviously just escalates to a point it absolutely doesn't need to. They're both yelling and screaming at each other, but one thing is for sure, that this employee is not dealing with Kevin today, and she completely puts him in his place. Let's jump into it.
Whatever, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing, but I asked you to give me a different bill.
I just told you I can't do it.
Why you can't? You gave it to me.
I don't have the fingerprint to open a register.
I
know what I'm doing. I work here. I work here. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I work here. Get out of here.
Girl.
I'm talking about that $20 ain't worth nothing.
Humble
yourself. Humble yourself. Humble yourself.
This has nothing
Humble
to do with
yourself.
person.
Humble yourself.
You
I don't
are sitting here yelling at me in your job.
I don't need this job.
I didn't say you need this job. I didn't say nothing about you yelling at me. You showing no respect for the damn job.
You got at me
I didn't do
sideways.
nothing except for say the bill wasn't good. Forget it, young lady.
It's okay.
All I said is she gave me a bill that wasn't no good.
I know.
Now
I
ask
heard
what
you yelling
bill.
in the back of this.
Once she started yelling at me.
I'm sorry.
Once she
But
started
you
yelling
can't
at me.
keep- Everybody can't keep yelling. Two wrongs don't make a right. Have a nice night.
Although I look at Karens all day, every day, I think I've said this plenty of times before, it still completely shocks me coming across Karens like this. Now, I won't spoil exactly why Karen's having a meltdown. What I will say is that Karen is taking this out all on a very young girl over something very minuscule that she wanted to do. Something that really doesn't affect Karen, but for some reason, she just will not let this go and feels as if she needs to show her entitlement or something. But anyway, let's jump into the clip.
We don't want the traffic in front of ours. No, it's going to. You have your own home, correct? We're here trying to. I don't need the traffic. I don't. Why'd you choose mine?
Because it's by the road where more people come by.
Okay, well, there's plenty of other places, sir. Please move your
This is just a public place.
I'm trying to be polite. I really am.
No,
Please.
we're just exercising
I
our
don't
rights.
really. You're not exercising your rights. I'm telling you it's illegal. You guys did not ask. You didn't come.
Why
you
would
just
we
set
ask
up.
you?
It's public
Because
property, like I
it's
said.
polite.
Yeah, well, you're whoever
That's
that
like
was,
having
was
a
not
yard sale with
polite to
somebody's
us at
thing.
all.
Well,
And we
I'm
don't
trying to be
call the
polite.
cops.
Okay.
Do it.
We're only gonna be here another
Yeah.
30 minutes. So.
No, that's okay. You can pack up and go, or the cops
Okay,
will come.
we will.
So all she wanted to do this week was to have a little lemonade
Okay,
stand.
that's okay.
You're
I
so
understand
great.
that, but you don't
Well,
set
and
up.
You're so sweet and
There's
neighborly.
no
I
one that
appreciate
comes
it.
down our street. All the cops. I'm done talking to you for
Okay.
this poor little girl. If
So
you have,
I'm not.
if
I'm
you
not
have
saying-
children,
You're making this a totally traumatic event for
I
her.
do.
how
have-
sad.
Maybe you guys should ask.
Oh
Maybe
my
you
God.
should have a heart
You
in your
wouldn't-
body.
It wouldn't have changed your mind.
I do
I
have
told
a heart, ma'am.
Listen.
But I follow I look into the regulations and everything.
Oh,
I do
it's a
have
freaking lemonade stand. Give me a
don't
break.
care.
Call. I'm done talking to you.
Okay.
Call.
Now, Karen up next starts off exactly how a normal Karen does, just being completely entitled and acting out in public, causing a huge scene, and of course, taking it out on everyone else. Now, that's a normal Karen. This one here seems to just take it up a notch, and things start to become extremely strange. Karen makes some of the weirdest comments that I've ever heard from a Karen, and this whole situation just feels a little bit off. Let me know what you guys thought, and let's get into it.
I am absolutely horrified. What is this? I'm serious. Right now. Yeah, please call a manager. What is this?
It's called short staff, and don't.
No, this is not
on
called
her.
for short staff.
Go find another line.
Okay, I will. I absolutely will. That is not what this is. I'm sorry, ma'am. No, I am not doing that. Oh, well. I have just been stereotyped for shoplifting. I'm sorry. Are you guys going to tell me I haven't? Okay.
What are
guys doing?
Who are you talking to?
You. What do you mean? I'm in line. What are you doing?
So there doesn't seem to be any clear reason as to why this next Karen has decided to film herself having some type of breakdown, apart from the fact that she clearly dislikes this particular company. Now, I'm not here to get into the politics of exactly what she's breaking down. I'm just here to share the entertainment, and this fits the attitude of a Karen perfectly. Leave me a comment down below with your opinions on this matter and what you guys thought of this Karen, and let's get into it.
You just love it when people are sat in their cars at a Tesla charging point looking all morally superior whilst they waste 40 minutes of their life getting their car charged so that they can try and desperately to find the next charging point so they can continue their journey. A few things, you know. What do they reckon this stuff is made of? Do they think someone is basket weaving this whole facility out of nettles or something? Just how environmentally friendly is all this garbage? There is 12 million approximately lithium batteries that are going to need to be somehow recycled or disposed of by 2030. And most weird of all, these people, once they've plugged in their car, they sit in their car. One moment, not wishing to stretch the analogy, but once they've plugged in their base plate and put their car on it, they sit in their car. They have turned themselves into human kettles, and they still think this is a technological advance, and they still think they're morally superior to the rest of us. I would argue Tesla is not as green as it thinks, and I would also argue you have to be fundamentally stupid to turn yourself into a human kettle. And that's before we even start asking the question that once we all go electric, once we're all forced into electric cars, what happens when the state decides you're not allowed to drive anymore? What happens when the state decides you're not allowed to go further than 5 kilometers from your home address?
Now, today's episode just felt completely filled with drama and so many entitled, annoying Karens. So I thought this last one, I'd lighten it up a little bit. Although it is a seriously weird situation, I just found the way that this man handled this situation really hilarious. There's not too many people that would handle it like this, but this was good and it gave me a laugh. On a side note, is this seriously what we've become now? Anyway, let's take a look at what happens.
And these people doing music video with my car. Look, you're doing video with my car, bro. You got a girl. She got a bottle. You're doing video. He's doing a song and he got the Sonati, he got a highways on as well. Just what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Doing video with a car, isn't it? You're doing video with my car, man. What are you doing? People, if you want to use video, if you want to use car for video, all you got to do is ask, innit?
I hope you enjoyed today's installment of Angry Karens. Thanks for tuning in, and hit that like button and subscribe.